Hi, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm once again, sorry that I have skipped a few days of putting a video out there. I've been going through a lot of negative things and negative things thrown at me, I should say. And it's very hurtful. So I've been trying to heal that, or at least make it less painful. And it's going to be very difficult. That it's not ever going to be less painful. Let's just say dealing with it is what I have to do. I've had a difficult few days. I'm going to leave it at that. I still have my vertigo. It was a week Friday. Today's Sunday. A week and 3 days. Friday. Yeah, a week and 3 days. And the funniest thing is, it's only on the right side. If I roll over from my back or my left and roll over if my right side rolls over in bed, I get dizzy really bad, just for a second or two, well, maybe 3 or 5. And if I roll over toward the other side, my left side rolls over, it doesn't bother me. If I put my left side here, it doesn't bother me. If I put it over here, I'll get dizzy. Yeah. So yeah, I get to see my vertigo ear, nose, and throat doctor soon, and in hopes that I can find out what's going on. I would love to have a cure of some sort, that's for sure. I used to deal with it with Xanax, and you can't have Xanax now anymore. You have to be a special case, I guess. I don't know. When I was with my ex, I was so stressed and had anxiety about things almost every day that I took one or two pills a day as it's prescribed on the bottle. And there were times where I had a bunch left over from that month, and the doctor would go ahead and refill it because it was a new month, and I always had extras. But when I started taking it as directed, they took me off of it. And I'm like, then why was the take as directed be on the bottle? I never understood that. And they said they were scared that I was becoming an addict. And I'm like, I'm not addicted to it because I usually have leftovers. But the worse the marriage got, the more I took, I'll just say. And the stress threw me in vertigo sometimes, and I would take a Xanax and it would like level me out. The vertigo wouldn't be there no more. Nothing helps. I did the where you lay down and roll over real quick, and I did it slow. I've done it several times and nothing. Then it would be both sides, I think, but the right side is worse. So yeah, that's been my life here lately. A little crazy. You can see, I guess, my eyes. It looks like I've been crying, but I haven't. I woke up feeling exhausted. If you haven't seen the Schumann resonance, I can never say that. Schumann resonance. If you look at it, there's a lot of energy coming through, a lot. And it's the one of the yellow markings is a strip, real wide, thick, going down. I don't really know the information on that. All I know is when that is active, I feel extremely tired. I feel like an elephant sitting on my head or my chest, depending on what position I'm in. I haven't had much visits lately. I wanted to throw that out there. Once I went a whole month without any visits, and it really freaked me out. I think it was almost a month, actually. And it's been a little while, maybe a week and a half, that I haven't had a visit that I know of, because I know I sleep through them. There's not much going on in my life to share at this time, and I hate it because I really want to talk with you guys. I want you to know that it means a lot to me that you comment on my videos. It lets me know that you watch them, for one reason. 2, it lets me know that you care enough that you're going to leave a comment, and I appreciate that. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm doing things okay on YouTube. I know I have, over almost 2,000 subscribers, but not many watch my videos. So when you post comments, it just makes me happy. I'm like, okay, they must not be that bad anyway, because they're commenting. And I really do appreciate it. I really do. And I want you to know that I love you tremendously, each and every one of you. And if you watch my videos, if you're one of those couple of hundreds that watch my video, I would so much appreciate if you could subscribe. I don't like pushing that on my channel. I hate it, but it's like my subscribers really haven't went up in a while, so it stresses me out a little bit. I know I don't post every day, although I do try, but things happen in my life often that really disturb my mental status. So, and I hope you understand. I'm pretty sure you understand. I feel like the energy around me has changed a little bit, stronger, if you want to say that, and I can't explain it. I feel things around me more than normal, and it's a little different. I have to like deal with it, and well, I don't have to. I'm dealing with it because it's part of my journey, I'm assuming, and I feel like that energy, that information just came to me when I was saying it. I feel like my energy is rising, and maybe that is part of my vertigo going on, maybe. Or maybe it's my guide saying slow down. Your guides will do weird things to you for you to slow down in your life. But my life is slow. There's nothing going on. It's a boring life. I've heard of stories where, I'll just give an example of this woman that I've heard. I watched a video on it. And it was on Dolores Cannon, her class, I think, where this woman was making herself so busy, and she was always exhausted, never took time for herself. And believe it or not, she said that her guides made her have an accident and break her leg to make her slow down. And I'm like, that seems a little drastic. Why don't you just appear in front of her and say slow down, or we will help you slow down? Give her that option. You know, breaking a leg is pretty painful. But she did slow down. She had no choice. I feel like, and I apologize, this video is going everywhere. And I tend to do that when I don't have one specific topic, and I apologize. But I feel like there's a lot of UFOs around, incognito. I do know that they can mirror a cloud and look like a cloud. They mirror from what's behind them to the front of them. And I want to say, and I might be wrong, is it just me that the clouds lately have a very flat bottom? Has it always been that way? I want to say it hasn't. It hasn't always been that way. They've always been fluffy. And then when I went on an airplane, when I legally changed my name, and the clouds at that time were all like funnels going up. And I'm like, this is weird. This is so weird. What is that? I don't know. But then I stopped and think, okay, can airplanes go through these UFOs? I don't know. I know these beings can walk through walls, so I assume that can happen. You would assume that'd be very uncomfortable. I don't know. I want to say this also. It happens to me since my awakening. It was like something, my body was telling me to do this specific something, and I'll show you. And I would see them, and I would look up at the sky, and it started at night. I'd look at the sky, and I kind of relaxed my eyes where I could see my peripherals and everything. And every now and then you could see a white streak just zoom by and super fast. And the first time that happened, I jumped and I said, oh my God, what was that? They couldn't see anything like that, and I've seen several. Well, now I see several during the day. It's like if I relax and look at the sky when I'm not driving, I could see a streak, sometimes white, sometimes dark. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing in here that goes that fast. And they're fast. They're so fast that if you were not paying attention, you wouldn't see them. Let's just say that. And I think they're doing that on purpose, so everybody won't see them and tend to freak out, I guess. And or not be shot at. I don't think anybody could shoot at a target moving that fast. But if you relax and look at the sky and just kind of, relax, kind of go in that like daydream state, you'll see them. They'll go by. And now that I've done this for a couple of years, I see them more than ever. They're around. They're all around. I want to say one more thing. I saw this woman on TikTok do this, and I'm like, what? She said she had two spellings of this restaurant, meaning the title, what the restaurant is, the name of it, and it was spelt different ways. And she said, actually, I'm going to say it was Chick-fil-A, and it was spelt CHIC dash, you know, and then the rest. And then there was CHICK, and then the rest. And she moved it, and you can see the screen behind her where it was spelled. And I'm like, it's just C. There's no CK on Chick-fil-A. Well, she said, there is now. And I'm like, what? And she's like, Google it, you'll find out. And I did, and it's spelled with a CK now. Am I the only one that knows for a fact it's spelled CHIC? And she said, if you remember and you say, no, it's spelled with a C, not a CK, she goes, welcome to your new timeline. I'm like, what? It's crazy. And then she saw a video of training or something, and somebody was wearing the Chick-fil-A uniform, and it had CHIC, I think it was, or I don't remember. But anyway, I'm like, I know it was C. Let me know in the comments what you feel like it is. I'd be interested in knowing if I'm the only one. I'm like dying to find somebody with a Chick-fil-A cup, an old one, just to see what it is. I don't know how we would go back and prove that. That's real. Oh, I wonder if I could look at images on Google and see. I don't know. I'm done jabbering. I'm going to send you love, light, and peace.